I'm Alex Kidd.
And I'm Stephen Loh.
And we're here from Mall Couture.
Yeah, and we're here at the 10th Annual Firestone Walker Invitational.
And we're going to go inside and check out what's going on.
Yeah, let's go. I'm here with the guys that are first in line, and I got to ask, what time did you guys show up today?
6:30.
6:30.
6:30, yes.
Who are you most excited to try out today?
Garage project for me.
Well, I mean, side projects here.
Monkish, for sure. Green Cheek.
Can't think of the list now, it's so big. I see the list and it's like, oh, gotta stop here, gotta stop there.
Three Floyds, I would say Russian River.
How about you?
I'm actually the DD today so that he can try whatever he wants.
I'll probably gun in straight for a side project like half the folks in line. Mostly stuff I can't get at other festivals.
Sante, Darius.
Just say a side project.
Side project. Side project.
Probably Firestone. I'm from Cruz Robles. Have a family here. Just see if they have anything like hidden.
Love Monkish and Green Cheek.
Most excited to try out Weldworks. Omnipola is one of the ones that I'm really looking forward to.
Creature Comforts.
Garage project, for sure.
All right, I'm here with Evan and Adam from Creature Comforts. What is it about Berliners that people in the South just love?
I think the humidity makes you sweat a lot, and so you just need something to like just replace all the electrolytes, especially like the gozas too. Just like having some salt in there really helps. I don't know. I think it's just the humidity.
Yeah, all the Florida brewers that started doing it, it sort of just like originated down there, like St. Pete, and like that. I don't know. It just kind of gradiated. I feel like out from there, and people got used to drinking sour beer that hadn't, at the time, and it's just it fits the climate for sure, and it's fucking delicious.
We started calling Athena the champagne of the South.
It is. I remember when Paradiso first came out and people lost their minds over that.
Yeah, well, we got some, we got our Goza Tritonia, so and it's just been like a staple at this festival too, so yeah.
So much kettle sour beer. It's usually like 170 barrels a week for us, and it's like, so people are still loving it, many years on, and we love making it, so it's great.
Been like repitching the same batch of Lacto for 8 years now, and it just like, it rips. It's wild.
So you guys have a choice of going to a ton of different beer festivals. What makes you keep coming back to Firestone?
I literally think of everything. Like I felt like last night, it was like 11:30, 12 o'clock. I was getting hungry, and all of a sudden, just like a taco truck rolled up, and like, oh yeah, you guys are getting tacos. Like, all right, dude, of course we're getting tacos right now. Like,
welcome to Paso Robles, right? Yeah. I gotta ask. I saw you brought a barley wine. Can you tell us a little bit about this barley wine?
Absolutely. So this was celebrating our 8th anniversary that we did back in April. It's a barley wine that's been aged in Sazerac and Willet rye barrels, and it's getting a lot of like kind of chocolatey notes out of the oak right now. It's sort of like settling in really well right now. I'm digging it for sure.
Yeah, I'm drinking it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sold. Can I get some of that right now? All right, hell yeah. Cheers, guys.
Oh, I got knots in my hair. Thank you. I'm here at Side Project. I'm here with
Shay Smith.
And it's about 15 minutes until general admission starts. I know in years past there's been a stampede, correct?
Yes, I've witnessed it quite a few times now.
And what are you expecting this year?
Probably about the same. I think we have a lot of people that are very excited, as I've heard through their grapevine.
Why do you think they're running over? What's the big beer that they're all clamoring for?
We've had a lot of people ask for Derivation 15, so I know that is going to be a big one. But we've got Fort Gabe that's coming, and I know a lot of people are very excited to try that beer too.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition.
All right, we're here with
Magnus
from Omnipola Brewing. You guys are known for bringing decadent, over-the-top, innovative things such as slushies, things like that. What did you bring this year?
So we brought the slush machine as always, and people tend to ask us about it, like what is it, how do you slushify a beer and everything, but it was never about like a gimmick. We stole it from like Kirin in Japan, doing like that with Pilsner and that concept, and it's adding a layer of like complexity and like texture to the drinking experience. Yeah. And then of course you need to bring like balloons. I used to go looking for like the slushy machines the first few years, and now I look for helium. So we had to like I know there was a Walmart like 15 minutes away, so we had to go there just to get helium. So my expense report is like helium. So like our CFO is like, how much helium do you buy? Like,
this is crazy. Slushy machines and party balloons.
Yeah, like, what are you doing really? Like, are you a party like, are you a party bus, or do you actually like serve beers too?
A hot tub. Surely you weren't using that.
That's a good idea for next year.
So what did you pour for me here?
So that's apricot walnut smash, super limited thing where Henok, founder and like our brewer and like person, we spent a full day doing some like really fun adjunct to stout. So here we had like toasted walnuts and like super dry, sticky apricots that we put on a like really thick, decadent stout base.
Hey, I'm over here at Wayfinder, and I'm here with
Kevin Davey.
Kevin, what do you do for Wayfinder?
I'm the founding brewer.
And so you're like the crispiest boy on the planet then.
I try to be.
And you guys are situated in a good spot. You're right next to all the food booths, and we're gonna do some food pairings, right?
Yeah, that sounds great. Let's start.
Cool. All right, the first one we got some like truffle Parmesan fries from Eureka. And what would you say, what's the best Wayfinder that goes with this?
So what we're shooting for that is maybe the Party Time Pilsner. It's bubbly, it's got some bitterness. I think that'll cut the Parmesan really well. Fat rolls off the tongue with more bubbles, and we bubble this one up.
Love bubbles, love bubbles. We got some mac and cheese here, and what do you recommend for the mac and cheese?
I wanted to pair that with the Helles, our regular Hell. I do not have a picture of it right here, but we have it on draft, and that is just our standard lager that is delicious, low bitterness, really easy with food, and mac and cheese just seems like such a hearty, wonderful food, so Helles it is.
And then finally, we got a little seafood over here. We got some fried calamari, and what's your recommendation for this?
The goal there for that one is going to be the Jazz Witch Cold IPA, and for Jazz Witch it's more of a tropical plus diesel kind of hoppy, cold, super refreshing West Coast IPA, but Western than West Coast is what we call cold IPA. And yeah.
Are you worried about the stock of cold IPAs falling out of favor anytime soon?
No.
That's the right answer. Everyone should go drink cold IPAs.
All right, we're here with
Adair Paterno
from Santa Darius Brewing in Capitola, one of the most sought-after breweries at this place. How has it been at this festival today?
It's been awesome. I mean, the weather's great, the people are great, all the beers that I've had have been phenomenal. You can get everything from Pilsner to like Imperial Stout, so like everybody's covered, and the food this year is incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah, so good.
Absolutely. You guys are the Saison masters. Why is it important at a hot festival like this to have Saisons?
Well, Saisons were actually made and invented for farm workers to drink. So they're like the perfect day drinking beer, right? It's supposed to refresh you. You're supposed to drink it fresh. And I think ours, with the little bit of tartness that we have in all of our Saisons, are like perfect beer to drink during the day.
And what are we pouring here?
Okay, this is West Ashley Cuvée. This is 1, 2, and 3-year-old West Ashley barrels, all blended together.
Ooh, wow. Wow. And this is already one of your most famous beers, but then this is like on steroids.
This is like West Ashley on steroids, yeah. And they were actually aged with the fruit. So it wasn't like we took the base of 1, 2, and 3 and then added fruit. They all aged on fruit for that amount of time.
So was there kind of like a goozy inspiration to like the different years?
I mean, pretty much. I mean, anytime you're doing 1, 2, and 3 years, you always kind of harken back to goose. Yeah.
There's always a crazy line for special beers like West Ashley Cuvée.
Yeah.
How do you deal with like all these people stampeding towards your tent?
You just try to smile and make them very happy, and try to make sure that people aren't waiting too long. Yeah.
It's a good problem to have, right?
Yeah. No, it's a great problem to have.
And it's always like the brewers themselves pouring at this festival. It's you and Tim. It's like it's not volunteers. Does that make a difference having the brewer at the festival?
I mean, I think it always does, because you can actually talk about the beers. You can connect with your customers in a way. We have a very strange name. A lot of people don't even know how to pronounce it. So, I've been to restaurants where people completely mispronounce the name of our beer. So it's great that we can actually talk to people and talk about the beer and our philosophy.
You guys have such a diverse lineup. Like now you're foraying like into lagers, which have been fantastic, and doing stouts and barrel-aged barley wines. How do you decide what to bring to a festival like this?
Well, they kind of first of all, Firestone does an amazing job with this festival. They kind of set out, like they want you to bring a sessionable beer. They want you to bring a special beer. They want you to bring a variety of different things. And so that helps, I think, kind of guide the decision-making process about what you're going to bring to the festival. I mean, we always want to bring something that's light and that we can sip on too. So there's that as well, like the brewer's beer, if you will.
Yeah. The shift beer.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here with
Ricardo Montenegro de la Cruz Robles.
All right, and you drew my attention. You're wearing this accoutrement. Can you explain it to everyone out there?
Let's see, the first layer is pork rinds with chili, and then right underneath that is Tostito's pizza rolls. Then on the outer layer you have Doritos, vegetarian pork rinds, and then you have my nice little beer koozie, and then nacho cheese on the hip.
Let me see that nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese on the hip, and bacon in the backpack.
Bacon in the backpack?
Yes.
Can I see that?
You want to see the bacon?
I want to see the bacon.
Sure.
I'm positive.
Bacon in the backpack.
All right.
Where is the bacon? Oh, there it is. Bacon in the backpack.
Oh my God. Bacon in the backpack, nacho cheese holster.
Nice crispy bacon.
Hi, we're here with
Jeremy.
From Fontaflora Brewing. You guys brew on an actual dairy farm.
We do. Yep. Yeah, 15-acre dairy farm out in Nebo. So that's where all our production happens now. We have 3 locations, Nebo, like I said, all production, our farming, Morganton's the original, and then a tasting room in Charlotte as well.
And I know this is a tough question, but what's your favorite beer that you brought today?
Today, that's a good question. I would probably back to Carolina Custard just because Pawpaw is so unique. A lot of people, so far today, the biggest question we've got is what the hell is Pawpaw?
Why Pawpaw?
Yeah, so kind of just our whole ethos of, everything that grows in North Carolina or greater Appalachia. It's a great representation of like what we're trying to do. Pawpaw is like, the way we describe it for people that don't know, kind of like a banana, mango, pineapple mix. It's a really cool fruit. And it's, I don't know, kind of like a forgotten fruit. It was around America a lot way back in the day, and like what we'd like doing, bringing it back for people to see. People give it, have people try it out.
In the modern beer economy, you see a lot of people brewing kettle sours, but you guys almost exclusively do all barrel aged, real, like wheels on the ground. Why is that important?
Yeah, for us, I mean, we didn't bring any today, but we have a Goza series that are in 12-ounce clear glass bottles that we write on the bottle like they're actually barrel-aged fermented Gozas. I think it's, a lot of people have taken shortcuts in this, not only this industry, just everywhere, People take shortcuts, whether it's for ease or financially, whatever. So for us, it's just important to, do it how it should be done.
Well, after hearing all this, I gotta get a pour of something.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna pour me?
Well, I know you've had birthday wine before.
I had. You sent it to me. Yeah. That was fantastic.
So this is Lake James Lime. We have a Lake James Lager series that is made with heritage corn. Kind of different variations throughout the year. We have Lake James Life, Light, Ice, Lime, Rind, all different. This is like our all the way through the summer seasonal. This is with actual whole fruited lime that we hand zest. It really makes a difference as opposed to just putting in kind of like everything else we do. It's very, very labor intensive, but it's worth it.
It's
adding extra.
It's perfect out here at a festival like this. Just absolute crusher, so refreshing in a festival that's loaded with everything from pastry stouts to hazies.
Yeah, exactly.
This is that clean, crisp,
Yeah, perfect for California weather. I mean, today's cool enough, but it's, this will be good.
You're doing God's work and keeping people hydrated.
Hey, we're over here at the Brewers Lounge, and we're going to give you a sneak peek at what happens behind closed doors. Let's go. All right.
So what we're going to
do
Lounge
is
we're going to come in.
No media, guys. Sorry about that.
It says all access there.
No media whatsoever.
I'm a very important beer blogger.
People in there. No?
No.
I have a ton of Instagram followers.
Oh, good. Not going to happen.
Dude, why do you embarrass us like that all the time, Alex? No one cares about Instagram.
Some people care about Instagram.
No one cares about Instagram.
This is a crazy festival, but we finally tracked down Wayne Wambles from Cigar City. How you doing, Wayne?
Doing great, man. How are you?
Doing good. I see that you're drinking a Pilsner, you're walking and sipping. What do you got there?
Sean Rummer Pils. It's my favorite Pilsner in the world.
Oh, yeah.
They just happened to be here, so it's just awesome.
It's amazing because you're a man who's known for Hunapoo, thick stouts. Do you like drinking stouts in this hot weather?
Usually not. And weather like this, I'm more of like a Pilsner, Munich Helles sort of person.
Right. But I saw today you brought like 2 massive sought-after stouts, right?
Definitely, yeah. One is actually the California brandy barrel-aged variant of Hunapoo. but it was actually released to the El Catador Club, so it's being called something different. And then the other one is Imperial Stout aged in bourbon with pistachios and coconut. Both in the Imperial Stout reign, but with definitely unique approaches between the two.
You guys have come back several times. So this is what, your like 6th, 7th year?
We've been here every year, except for the first year. We were actually invited the first year, and we shipped kegs and plastic shells the first year, and the kegs were put on a freezer truck.
Yeah.
And the beer froze and burst the shells. Oh, no. So that, even though we've been invited every year, we didn't come out that year because we didn't have any beer to serve.
You sent an ice bock on accident.
Yeah, it was actually. I think one of the beers actually was a bock.
It iced itself en route. Okay.
The first year, I think we sent all lagers, and I guess the world was against us doing that. So from that point on, it was always an Imperial Stout in the mix.
Well, because all the Stout boys would show up and flip the table over anyway when they saw lagers.
Probably so. Yeah.
Do you find a festival like this is a great place for somebody to try something new? Because they're not buying it, they can just try it.
Yeah, I think it's a great place to have something that you couldn't normally get. I mean, the two beers that we're serving today are El Catador Club only.
Yeah.
So unless you're a member of the club or you know of somebody that's a member of the club and shares that with you, you're not having that beer.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great place to showcase and also for like beer enthusiasts to drink beers that are more exclusive and harder to get.
That's awesome. And also too, because like, if you're in California, Catador is not something that you're going to stumble upon. You have to put in the work to get the club beers. So you get to interact with a lot of people who maybe will never try those beers until something like this.
Sure, yeah, and that's great too. It's not just an industry family reunion; it's also an opportunity to meet, new beer enthusiasts. So
yeah,
it's good all the way around.
All right, I'm here to test my senses, and I'm here with
Sarah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try 4 beers. I'm gonna try to win a tote bag by scoring more than how many points?
You gotta get 8 points just to have a good taste bag, but you have to get 36 or above to have great taste.
All right, I feel like I'm gonna have some great taste, but we'll see. And you're certified Cicerone, correct?
I am a certified Cicerone, so sensory evaluation is kind of my thing. This has been a really fun time. We're gonna see if he can name the beer and the style just based on what it looks like first.
All right, let's do it. Beer number 1.
So you can look at the beer, you can hold it up to the light, you can swirl it around, but you can't smell it or taste it. What do you think the beer is?
Pivo.
It's not Pivo Pills. So since you got that wrong, you are now able to move on to the smell round, but you have lost 6 points.
Okay, that's fair. And now I'm gonna guess Blanc Noise.
It is not Blanc Noise. Off the smell, you're still not there, but you have one last opportunity to taste it and figure out what it is.
I'm gonna guess Union Jack.
It is not Union Jack. I'm so sorry. You got 0
Oh
points.
no. This is humiliating.
You know that is our 805. It is a blonde ale.
How popular is 805? Like probably lower end? I'm assuming you guys don't move a lot of that?
We move a lot of 805. I live down in San Diego. It is our #1 sold product down there.
Okay, well I'm revealing my true colors, but all right, we'll move right along.
Number 2.
This one, I feel confident in this because it's cloudy. So I'm gonna guess Mind Haze.
He nailed it. It is Mind Haze.
All right, so now we got beer number 3.
Beer number 3. Tell me what it is.
Just by looking at it, it's got a little red tinge to it. I'm gonna guess it's a Cali Squeeze Blood Orange.
This is not Cali Squeeze Blood Orange. Go ahead and smell it. See if we can get you there.
Can I guess Union Jack again?
You can, but you would also be incorrect.
I'm less confident in this, but I'm gonna guess Hopnosis.
This is not Hopnosis. This is our DBA. It's a double barrel ale. It is most closely related to kind of like an amber style.
Oh, I was gonna get that next. All right, so this is beer number 4?
Beer number 4. Tell me what it is.
All right. Just taking a look at this. It's nice. It's dark. Anniversary ale.
This is not the anniversary.
Oh, no. Union Jack.
You really love guessing that, but it is not Union Jack, which is a West Coast style IPA.
I knew that. I'm getting like a grumbling because I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm gonna guess Merlin Milk Stout.
You were correct. It is Merlin Milk Stout.
All right. So I have to run to the restroom now immediately, and then we'll continue with the prize ceremony afterwards. I guess I'm on the leaderboard, the lower end of it, but yeah, those are my senses were put to the test, and I have good taste.
All right, and we are here with
Evan Price.
From Green Cheek Brewing, representing Orange County. You have such a crazy lineup of excelling in so many styles. How do you decide what to bring?
Okay, so this is fucked up, but like I spend way too much time and I drive everyone at Firestone crazy because like I'm probably the last person to submit like what I'm gonna bring because I also don't have like I don't do the brewing schedule like most people do.
No whiteboard with like fully like committed.
No. Like you got like the Julian Tragos of the world that know what they're brewing. And literally in December, he's like, "All right, buddy. Hey, December. Yeah, we're gonna do our collab, and it's gonna be really great. And West Coast, yeah.
And then I'm gonna get off and hit Mount Baldy and shred these hokas."
Right. And then I gotta selfie it, you know, of course. But anyway, enough about Julian. Yeah, I think the hardest part for me is that like I don't know what I'm brewing next week,
right?
And that's not like anything I'm proud of, but it just kind of shows what a maniac that I am of just always wanting to try to keep things a little fresh.
Controlled chaos.
I totally say controlled chaos. That's what I say. Holy shit. That's awesome.
I think one of your chief strengths is you figure out ways to take like things that may be like not approachable to the general public and make them like something that everyone wants to drink. Like your collaboration was a grisette for this event. How'd you decide to make this amazing grisette?
So Matt hits me up and he's like, "All right, hey, do you want to do the Firestone Invitational beer?"
Yeah.
My reply immediately, of course, was, "Does anyone ever actually say no to this?"
Yeah, like what? Well, of course, yeah.
And so, anyway, he was like, "What do you want to make?" And I told him like a dry hop grisette, and he was just like,
he's like, "Oh, the Dortmunder didn't work."
He's just like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, he's like, "Let's do it." And so then we just started putting our brains together and just rapping about it, and we ended up with this really neat little beer that is 4.5%. It's dry, it's crushable. We utilize a fair amount of like new school techniques on this beer where we're using some noble hops throughout the boil of the beer, which is a base of raw wheat and Pilsner malt. And then we've got a cooled whirlpool with some Rawaka and some Nelson and some Motueka hops. We have some Phantasm in there, which is a freeze-dried Sauvignon Blanc skin.
It's like baller hype hops. I see on the Brewers, like people on like the pages will be asking for those like limited.
So it's pretty dope on that end. And then we hit it with some Belgian yeast, and we also have some thiol-producing yeast added in there too, with that dry hop with Nelson and Motueka and Rawaka. And it's like this kind of comes together as a really unique beer that shows lots of pear, lots of Sauvignon Blanc character, dry, crushable for the day, you know?
All right, I'm over here at Cellar Maker with
Tim Shasha.
Yeah, and you guys are by the music stage. How's that been for you guys today?
Well, luckily, bluegrass isn't too loud, so my ears are not ringing yet. That's good, for sure.
Cool. And so, yeah, listen to some sad country tunes. What beer would you recommend to drink while, having yourself an introspective country session?
I'd probably go with either our 17.3% barley wine, Works and Days, because enough of that, you won't be able to talk to anyone, and there's plenty of introspection from there.
Oh, yeah. Drown your feelings in barley wine. That's one of our highly recommended moves. We gotta say, there's a lot of food. Restaurants are bringing it. Is Cellar Maker ever gonna offer pizza here?
Wow. I mean, this is a world-class fest with world-class breweries, and our pizza is pretty world-class. So I imagine if Matt Brynildson ever comes into the pizzeria, he'll be down and he'll have us here for that. But honestly, it's all about barley wine. That is life. Fuck pizza. Drink more barley wine. Let's party.
You heard it here first. Drink more barley wine. All right, and that's it. That's been the Firestone Walker Invitational 2022.
We met a bunch of cool brewers. We had some amazing food, and we found out that Steven has horrible taste in beer.
Yeah, well, you don't have to bring it up all the time. But yeah, until next year, this has been Mal Couture
saying stay high gravity.